One of the hardest things you will ever have to overcome is a reputation. This Barry Phillips, a 10-minute Torah, day 3 of Devarim. Let's continue in Deuteronomy chapter 1. And Moshe is at this point recounting the horrible scene of the return of the spies, as they call themselves, and bringing an evil report to the people. He's rehearsing this tragic event in Israel's history. And it says in verse 24, and they turned and went up into the mountain and came to the Wadi Eshcol and spied it out. They took some of the fruit of the land in their hands and brought it down to us, and they brought back word to us, saying, the land which Yahweh our Elohim has given us is good. But you would not go up, and rebelled against the mouth of Yahweh your Elohim, and grumbled in your tents, and said, because Yahweh was hating us, he has brought us out of the land of Mitzrayim to give us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. What are we going to do? Our brothers have made our hearts melt, saying, the people are greater and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to the heavens, and we saw the sons of Anakim there too. And he continues with this very unfortunate turn of heart that Israel had in this particular setting. He is speaking to them, however, not as the children of that generation, but he's speaking to them in the first person. He's telling them, you are the guys who did this. Wait a minute, Moshe. If you will remember, that was Mama and Daddy. That was Grandma and Grandpa. That wasn't us. Evidently, Moshe is speaking to them because he sees the same tendency of heart in them. So it's not just a single generation that had a reputation. It is a people, a generational people. We all have episodes of life that we don't really want to be talked about publicly, perhaps. There's very few of us that lived a very clean, squeaky clean, no accusations to be made life. Most of us have a skeleton. We prefer to stay in the closet. That all being said, once the reputation is out there, how do you live it down? How do you prove yourself any differently? There are some people who will never let you forget. And when you have overcome whatever issues or circumstances that brought a negative reputation, and you're beyond that, you've grown out of it, you put it behind you, it's a forgiven thing, you've dealt with however it took place, whatever it might be, and you are successfully getting beyond it. Those who will not let you forget them. There are always going to be those that want to lasso you back into your problem past, and they're stuck there, and they want you to be there to justify themselves being there. Leave them. Let it go. So we build positive steps. How do you live down a bad reputation? One day at a time. One success at a time. And it's not to say that every day is going to be a successful day, that every day is heroic. There are days it's like, just let me go somewhere and get out of the way. I should have never got out of it. We all have those days. So don't take that as a marker that you're no different or that nothing's changed and that you're still the issue-laden person that you used to be, issue-laden group that you used to be. So, how do you live down a reputation? Again, one successful day after the other, building on your successes, laying another brick, another stone in the road. Just keep one foot in front of that and keep going. Stay focused. Set your goals. Achieve your goals. Divide them up in small, bite-sized achievements that you can get to, you'll get there. And that's for anybody, whether you've had a firm foundation or you come out of quicksand, just keep going. As a people, it gets a little tougher because you're not the only one in the decision-making process when you're trying to move the group along and get the group to get somewhere. When they've had a bad reputation, it can be tough. Laura and I were assigned a particular congregation a number of years ago, and we got the phone call, pack up, move from where you are. You need to be by this date. You need to be located at the new venue. I'm appointing you there, and your first service will be on thus and such date. And the people knew that we were coming. They had been told that we were coming. And when I called to make arrangements with someone that I knew that was a part of that congregation, I was informed to my shock, look, I'm here, helping with the accounting and administering of funds and so forth, but we're no longer a part of that congregation. We've given up after many, many years, and we're done. But I will help with the books until you find someone else to do it. That was not the kind of news that I wanted to hear, that people were already jumping ship. We went in hoping to create a different agenda, a different atmosphere, a different focus, new steps forward. When people don't want to take steps forward, but they want to take steps in other directions, it's tough to lead. And it proved to be harder than could be accomplished. The congregation had a reputation. And when we got there, we found out the reputation was legit. There's nothing to do in those situations but pray and pray and pray and be obedient to the best of your ability and speak the hard things that need to be heard. And it's up to the people to determine whether they want to hear these words or not. If you know you're speaking for the Most High and you know that He has put His words in your mouth, and that's a big if, but if that is indeed the case, and you know that what you're saying is the truth, and you've given leadership and guidance to the best of your ability, whether this is a congregation or a family or workforce or community, however it applies to you, then it's up to the group. Do we hear? Do we obey? Moshe here is looking at a people that generationally has been problematic. And he's been through for most of that situation. And he's looking at another generation that unless he tells them straight on, you are the guys that wept in your tents. You are the guys that refused to go into the land until you were told you can't go into the land. And then suddenly you become heroes. And you're going to go in and take the land, and you got smitten. And again, he is speaking to them as if this is the generation that have committed those atrocities, because it's in there. It's in their DNA. It's in their upbringing. It's in the way they were raised. And he's got one shot here to tell them that when you go in, this is it. This is your chance. Don't blow it. Don't do what mama, daddy, and your grandparents did, moan and groan in your tents and say He hates us. He's brought you this far. He's ready to take you in. The truth sometimes has to be inspirational. It has to have some correction and some reproof. But truth is that which will fix things. Coddling, lying, dancing around words doesn't help. Be truthful. Speak the word and let the word do the work. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Till then, shalom.